What up? This is PRK, the Casa Sensation, and welcome to our second episode of What's the Deal? And we are Kumbula Gutina Mutla Anghambi Ngedwana. We have our very own special guest again, that is Miss Thuli Mashaba. And we thought to introduce her as Chela Gutsi, Ungbanu, Kamgapi, and everything like Endago, Sitovanga Gutsi Kamanjan. So remember to subscribe, to share, remember to like, to comment. And our handles are here, Utawabona. It's What's the Deal _ZA. I'm with the Simmons twins.
What's up, BRK? Hi, Thuli.
Hello.
How are you guys doing? Today, I think better about foodies. Okay, right now, I'm going to show you to Sis Thuli. How are you doing?
Yeah, Pila Ninjani.
No, I'm good. By the way, you look beautiful.
Thank you so much. You don't look bad yourself.
No, I don't look bad. And somebody called me Lesilo.
I see a Tyler Perry cast.
Oh, yeah. We're big like that. So, welcome to What's the Deal? So, tell us about yourself, Nje. When we're talking about Thuli Mashaba, a lot of people, they know you are being celebrated by many around, I understand. So, because you've been everywhere, if I can put it like that. So when we're talking about Thuli Mashaba, sikhuluma ngabani? Who's Thuli Mashaba? Please don't say Thuli Mashaba is me. This is Thuli Mashaba. No, we don't need that. So
but it is me.
So take us through your background, childhood background, yes.
Okay, my name is Thuli Mashaba. Glenda. Okay. I love it. My name is Glenda. TT Mashaba, TTM.
Yeah.
I was born and bred Gakrili. Nyalukuthiwa Mjindi Trust.
Exactly.
But ngibuya Gakrili. Ngikhuliswe ngogogo. Ngiyi-second born. Yabantwana laba 6, 4 girls and 2 twin boys.
Okay.
Yeah, ngifikela elokishini late 1989, December 1989. So basically 1990.
Okay.
That's when I moved to Elokishin, but kahle ngibuye emakhaya.
And I remember you once said to me while we were busy talking some time ago, you said we are going to go in the mud house. We are going to go logo. So a lot of people, they don't know bakbona njenyalo so they and take us through that whole thing. Go say gupatsa indlu. When we talk about gupatsa indlu, yini do
okay,
are we talking about Rondavilles here? Like
not necessarily. Yes.
Yes, it was a combination of that.
Yes.
It was a combination.
You don't look like someone who has done much.
Exactly. That's why I need to get like angegusha. Understand?
When I see her, when I'm just a sentine,
soft life.
Hey, soft life.
Browse on flick.
Yeah.
No. Ngibuya kaKrili mina ngikhule ngithota. And even lega krili though then bekuyithwelo kunengopolo.
Yeah.
Angathi ukuthi ngesingisi but bekuyingopolo bekunale settlement le yema employees by a certain company by corporate, you know.
Yeah.
But ekhaya ke besingahlala lapho ngoba leyo was for employees only. So thina besihlala nje ku plot le belibelonga kulomunye umlungu.
Okay.
So tindlu satakhela. Uyabona gogo was the head engineer.
Yeah.
Sihlala vele tindlu telizaka tonke bekude semende bekude indlu telizaka letinye betifulelwe ngetshani letinye tifulelwe ngemathayela konke nje kubalansisa bekwenda gogo thine besilekelela nje
that and that.
Yeah, and then kunalenye ihomestead lebeyikhona bekungogo lomncane besihlala ku homestead nje so then bese behlukana ke ukuthi ngalana ngagogo lo direct lo tala mage and then naseswakhe lo mncane bekahlala ku the same plot but on the side lapho ke bekuliguma besinza nekusinza ngisinza lapha ngisibayeni ngiyolandza bulongo ngikhelela nemandi mina bengine 8 pack ngihlanyiswa ngicasta manje bengine 8 pack ngendlela yokuthi bani labadzala nabangibingelela nawuthi uyabingelela bathi yebo mfana wami. So that's how much I look like a boy. Because I was fit and well toned.
Right now the hips don't lie. You look like a woman to me. So.
Yeah, so I was shredded. Very, very much shredded. Because on lama chores vele they were very, very physical. Bengithota nekthota.
Do you know
come on, dog.
Okay.
We used to go in Africa. you know.
Yolanza amaplanga.
Oh, come on.
We understand again what did bavu man. Yeah. Wakhuluma ngeAfrica next to the clinic man. Come on. Yeah.
Man, you know what? One thing I learned about that process, because there's a couple. I forgot this guy's name. Like we used to chill the Kaiwo and they used to make like fires outside. So there were a couple of points where his mother would be like, yeah. I'm like, okay.
But you need to taught something that is already there.
Yeah, sebanilethele.
So like you have to.
No, but it was rough there. Hey, it got rough. Like seriously, more feel like
rough,
you have to jump on the logs. Like, hey, damn it.
Yeah, understand.
Okay, mina ke ngathi kuya bengiye ehlathini. Basically uye ehlathini.
And hang on branches like
ngihamba nagogo. Yeah, uyabutha but obviously awuthoti tinkhundle letimandi. Ufuna tibe setomile so kagrili kunemigamiso. So besilanza lapho tinfungo ene besithotela oyithula ma household. Uyabona ngalana bekubaswa phasi bekunelidladla then ngalana bekune stove.
Idladla it's kind of like hlanganela khona likishi.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's not like house.
Really as a house.
Not in a slang.
Not in a slang. But
I won't lie. When you said grill, I'm thinking Witbank. I'm like, oh, she's from Witbank.
It's the ga grilling, not a grill.
Yeah, the difference.
Ga grilling lega mlungu ngla. Yeah.
Okay.
Take us through. Yes, take us through.
Yeah, ngikhule njalo man nekhelele mandi bekune nendlu ibitwa ngokuthi kusenyangweni. Enyangweni ngila kubekwa khona umbila. Yes, and then lapho enyangweni bekune space salama drum ma 210 liters. They were about 5. So bengiwagcwalisa ngetandla. Yabona so gijima lapha phakamise ma 25 liters. So that's how ngatsini how labor intensive our chores were uyabona. And then ku improve akuloko bekuthi nje kwabane mapipe ukuthi manje at least sijomelela amapipe but nakhona nawucetha kumele uphinze ulirole liyahamba liyofike ngopolo ndlule ifensini uyabona. And then nekucenza ke ngoba lijarit lelikhulu obviously kuba nelikhula lenye langa kumele nicenze unesiheshe njengalokuthoda nakho boba nenkhatha yakho inkhatha ngile cushion uyibeka la inhloko
ukuthi nawubekele
ungagongonyeki.
I feel like I'm in the Barberton Museum.
Yeah, so gogo man bekahlakaniphile. She was a strategist and beka plan ama tools bekenda show ukuthi now for instance nasiyothoda ngilona lo bekane ngikhatha yakhe netinsambo takhe angithi kunenyanza nangabe nawuthotela kuyopheka phasi obviously kuyoba netinfungo ngiloku slim
lokuqala umlilo.
Yeah, yabona mara bathi tinfungo vele lokho yes ti slim dinze so kumele tibe i-batch bese uyadibopha ke uba nendlela yokudibopha and then so that uto connected fala ke kube inyanza njalo.
Do you have relatives in Swaziland?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, because you're...
Let me tell you about that. I remember the first time in meet, I asked the same question. That is Swati Swako, it's too deep for Mundo Asekas, you understand? And then Kazagala go to know I do have relatives, but I feel like go to Ubeng Mundo Guti and Funguliagan and Lam. I understand.
Yes.
But yeah, culture.
Even a campaign in Jawami, I've traveled and all that, but Bengatu and Jangalo Chelo Kulma Swat.
Yeah.
So
you embrace it, you wear it on your sleeves.
Of course.
Where have you
yes,
been since you say you've traveled? Like where?
Okay, before we get there, can I ask this question? Go younger the process le. Kaya doing all of these things. Ikfunziseni.
Okay, njengoba bengisho ukuthi gogo beka organized. So ne provide ama tools, ama resources ukuthi nakumele wende a certain show. Actually angikacethe even ekucetha ngalama chores ngoba bekungasikuthoda kodwana besikapa nekapa ngilanza neblongo ngibuye ngito sinze lapha egumeni. Bese siyalima ngoba imali beyingekho. So besilima silima ngetandla aphinze akike nemakhuba nelizembe benginelizembe lami nginelikhuba lami nginenkatha yami nangetingkhabi ke ngeke ngalima ngato lo
Nkabi is in the hitman.
No. Ngifuna ngena lapho. Ufuna ngena lapho
I
ukuthi
forgot that definition.
inkabi ikunenkabi in Zulu nesiZulu siyazi ukuthi they are hitmen but ngala ngakithi nasikhuluma ngetinkabi sikhuluma ngetinkomo lo lima ngani you understand that ithwala lelikhuba
I'm thinking like, hey, say, this
yabona
woman.
tivulela le ndlela wena then so yaplow you understand yes
And I'm thinking like, hey, I shouldn't say
It's
the
sort of
wrong
like
words.
what
What
they-
Nkabi lo muntu.
That's sort of what they do now with tractors and stuff.
Exactly.
Yes,
Yes.
same thing.
They
Yeah.
understand ukuthi iqhamuka kuphi.
Yeah.
Yeah, ibuya kuleto tinkhomo leto ke tinkhabi leto tiyafakwa ngendlela letsite bese tidonsa lelikhuba kumele ulibambe ucinzetele phasi igubhe especially na ufuna kuhlanyela bhatata emalayini akhona kumele
Yeah, ne?
athi kushone ekhathi kakhudlwana so ngibuya khona lapho ene gogo beka allocator ma chores and tasks ekulimeni akunike nje indzawo le maybe lingana ne tennis court wenda everything uyalima utohlanyela uphinze ukhiphe elikhula uze uyovuna
Eat what you kill.
exactly
Eat what you kill.
and forget about eating vela ngeke even umbili ubambe uthi so uyadla ungakase uparticipate in any of those chores that's how she was so beslima batata umbila mathanga what else
Not thighs.
pumpkins yeah pumpkins yeah so ngikhule njalo sikhule ngalokudla lokho sidla umbhidvo and then lesinye isikhathi bekunetinkhukhu bekuba netinkhukhu ke lesinye isikhathi ukhonje ukuthi namhla sishiba ngaleya uyigijimela uzuyidivele kumele uyihlabe
Can I say something about that? No? Okay, I once visited because I'm Tsonga.
oh okay
Yeah, so guess I bush. I'm Tsonga dog. Oh come on. I can't speak the language and properly, but I'm Tsonga. So savakashe bush. Ne? So when you get there, aye. So we get there, ne? And they're like, "Hey, it's the first time you've been around here, Yawana." In the language, I can understand, I can hear it, but speaking back is hard for me. So like, I say, you're here for the first time. We need to slaughter a chicken for you. And I didn't know this at first because I was still young. They cut off the chicken's head. The thing starts running. Dog, I peeled out.
I can't imagine.
yeah so lo kugijimisa inkukhu ene leya semakhaya kulikhuna kufana leya la elokishini labo bhayizane ukuthi shayi 2 feet say
Futhi bayizana kabaleki.
uyayibona lento le so bo gijimisa umchuthe lapha yana uhwayi so and then bese kumele uyihlabe okay lelinye ilanga udotshelwa ukuthi kudliwa sidudu bakukhombe lithanga lelingaka ukuthi kumele ulikarabe
I'm lost.
It's a pumpkin.
It's orange.
yes
It's orange. That's
orange.
big pumpkin.
Not the
Lithanga.
orange, lithanga lihlanganise nempuphu.
nempuphu
Yes.
then kube ngathi liphalishe
Phalishe,
bathi
yeah.
uyakhona
It's orange in color.
It's
ne?
orange in
Yeah,
color,
njalo
yes.
it's orange in color. Ukuthi it's orange.
Yeah, no,
Nawe
no.
ukuthi orange.
Nah. Okay,
yeah so lelinye ilanga uyatshelwa ukuthi hayi namhla kudliwa sidudu lithanga naliya lingaka leso sikhathi kumele uyolicata so ulicata ngalesivalo lesembiva corn beef uyakubona mosloke cap lo ya ukarabla
I know you've been there.
yabona roll you know
I know.
so ngikhule njalo even na batata yeah it's still my favorite veg uyawosa uyawubilisa
yeah,
yabona
wena
so ngikhule ngidla lokho I think that can you guys believe ukuthi nangifika la elokishini I didn't know ukuthi bantu basho kuthini nabathi baya kadokotela
What?
like what is that honestly
So
because
what were remedies when you were staying kwa?
thina besingaguli bengaguli or besingaguli and kugula kwethu bekuba iflu lokuthi uyashisa so ngoba lapha kunemgamiso lento lesenifutha ngayo nyalo bomhlonyane wara
Yeah, it was there. Bengathengiswa beyikhona.
la macembe magwava macemba nama gum trees biliswa wona either uyanathiswa or uyapedwa ngikhule njalo
Hey,
so
mara, spade
ngiloko
is sexual
kuphela
harassment is spade.
Mara bawuphila instantly. That was the shortcut yokuphila ke
I
leyo.
don't wanna lie. Every time I go offender with spade, chuck. I'm gone. You
This
can
is
miss
not for
me.
me, bro.
This is not for me.
So cabanga kuvula case.
Oh, yeah. Sexual harassment. Because it was
But I
fucking-
think now bagayivula nyalo, but it's
Yeah,
sexual
manje.
harassment. Now,
Oh, dog. Hey.
Yeah, but ngikhule njalo. So yeah, ngikhule njalo. So
And-
that was it. And then you were asking ukuthi ngifunzeni.
Yes.
Okay,
What
ngifunze
it taught you,
lokuba organized. It's like project management because
Yes.
bekuba nema time frames ukuthi ini uyoyenda for how long, and mind you kulama chores onke lawo you juggling school work as well, such that bowuthi na uyosaha kunespeaker la uyabona angithi manje uyosaha nakhimbongolo like into
Yeah, yeah.
leto bamba letigodo uyabona. So nanibekile lapho while usaha so uyabona ubeke le textbook la uyibethelela phana kulesihlahla lapha ngespeaker.
Really?
Yeah, that's how I studied. That's how we would study. Uyabona. So lo munye mhlawumbe yini invigilator yakho uyabona ukuthi phela bukela imande esikolweni, right? Esikolweni bakunika i-restation.
Yes.
Yabo ma 6-8 verses.
Yeah.
And a Wednesday langa le restation le ma restation vele and uyabona bayokuscora lapho. So uyosithola isikhathi lesi special lokuthi ufunze 6-8 verses. So nalama chores bawunganikwi alternative, like automatically you knew ukuthi nangibuye esikolweni ngidlala esidudu, nangicetha ngiyokhelela emanti or siyothota ngiyabuya ngiyakapa njanja. So out of all that you squeeze your schoolwork.
Can I ask you a question? This is something we should have asked from the beginning. Like, how old were you during this whole process? Because I feel like you learned multitasking from like a very, very young
Very tender
Yes.
age.
That is grade 1. From grade 1 because like I'm saying ukuthi ngifike la elokishini ngo1990. That's when like la ngihlangane ne-civilization khona. So but my whole primary school years
was that.
that was the
The life.
lifestyle.
And to
Yes.
think in a primary school, they were still arguing with us, man. Wash your shit!
Exactly.
You know,
Sunday
like-
evening bakutshela ukuthi polish chatun.
In fact,
you know.
konke lokho kumele uba sestofu, like you just knew ukuthi kumele wente lokhu nalokhu bekude lento yokuthi uyathethiswa ini
You
awukayenzi,
knew
like
ukuthi vele I have to do.
voluntarily
Yes.
uyabona ukuthi today njengoba kunganamandi you can't expect your grandmother to collect water.
Ba,
Uyabona
uyafika
le nto.
ekhasi. Uyafika ekhasi
Yeah,
civilization.
sesiyapressa sivulela timbombi.
How did that change?
automatic.
How did that change you impilo yasekhasi?
It was okay. It was okay, but I found it boring because we had little to do. Like bosojwayele ngale fitness.
Yes,
Uyabona
yes.
like igijima, everything was timed. Ukuthi sitobona ukuthi ngubani oyogcwalisa le drum.
Yes,
Uyabona,
yes,
maybe
yes, the
siyi-2,
funding.
bekunalo munye mzala wami lo wa adopteka. Bekumfana but bengikhompyutha naye. Vele bekangikhompyuthisa ukuthi
It says
sitobona
a lot,
ngibani lo togcwalisa kucala le.
Now it says a lot.
Le mid-drum,
Now that you've
uyabona.
mentioned that,
So like gijima okay, then bekuba nemabhara ke thothi ilibhara leli 1 ufake 3 ma 25 liter uyabona. So uyahamba uyokha uyabuka angithi ujahile competition beka la uthatha boom 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 one side boom 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 boom. Then we had 5 210 liter drums. Each of us then ukuthi ngibani loyogcwalisa kucala. So like automatically vele I was super fit ngigcoka amafutsek ngithi iskindi sami yabona nje.
do you know them?
So
we know my foot
but are you still like trading even now today? Like, are you the person that goes to the gym? Like, are you carrying on?
yeah,
with that
no,
lifestyle?
ngiyati I still create my own gym, nel tire lapha ejardini. Yeah, I flip the tire, I have a lot of energy.
14 was.
I'm even sweating, so like ngijayele kuba busy. Like
Yeah.
I think I feel sick. I think I posted because
Yeah.
I took a month's break, and I was feeling sickish. But then when I start working out, then I feel good again.
Oh yeah, I remember. I have you as a friend because I always see you like posting your kilometers. I'm like, hey man,
Amakilos.
hey
La
man.
makilos
Yeah.
lawashaya
Amakilos,
ngathi ngetala ku.
Yeah, and
Hey.
it's no longer about weight loss or whatsoever, but fitness. I mean,
Fitness,
it really feels good. So I learned in Lokuba organize like the whole project management system, having resources, allocating time, and having being organized and time management.
So we have to give grandmother a round of applause, guys, because with the
Yeah,
last
we have
cock,
to.
no, I don't think it would be
Yeah, and also what do you call it, bartering, because for instance nakungenamali bekunestolo semandiya laphayana,
my friend ikudzala bakhona.
so bengivele ngifike ngithi ngicela kushanyela le warehouse in exchange for bread, and then that guy would allow me.
Man, you've been a hustler. You've been a hustler.
It says a lot.
So let me ask you a question. Yeah? From okay, living pila and moving to gas, and okay, sharp. You transitioning from working hard to everything like being you know what, everything now is chilled back. Where do you get like that spark? You know what, I want to be in business. I want to be a businesswoman. You know, like where does that come from?
Getting into business came from poverty, honestly.
Yeah.
I just needed to make more money because skule singasi right. And then Mage was a teacher, and nasaselokshini le mali leyana seyidliwa bond. So uthole sekusele 50 rand.
The system.
And imali like uhole nyalo.
Nyalo
futhi sekusele boma 50 rand. So like kuba nalento leyo ukuthi automatically, I mean, you need to eat, therefore you must go hunting. So that's how I became a second breadwinner.
All right.
And I know how it in fact almost for the first time nase ngifike kazi ukuthi bekungabi nekudla because asalimi manje.
Yeah.
So experience kuyolala ungakadli, something that never happened before. So manje ngoba seselokishini ibond ithatha yonke imali asenakudla kahle, and then like I got skinny, unhealthy skinny, and then I asked my mom actually, because okay bekude nemali yokuya kubo mainstream tertiary institutions, so ngamcela ukuthi man ngicela kumane ngiyongena ngende boma short courses for secretarial. Actually that was the shortcut to employment. Get a secretarial job or do some admin stuff. So ngamcela ukuthi ngicela kuyofunza computer so that I can get a job. And she didn't even have that money. She had to go for a loan, and she only got 2,500, and that was enough for a registration. So ngayongena lapha nge-registration kuphela ngenda secretarial and computing skills for 6 months, and I only managed to pay them when I got employed. Then that's when So ngagcina ngibhadala i-registration kuphela. So every month nakufuneka imali uyasukunyiswa lapha Thuli Mashaba, you are owing, you know, in front of everybody. Cabanga,
this is a white
you
school.
have to enjoy that. It's one of the schools je call Penal Sprite ma tertiary institutions, and then nge-break uyaphi awunamali yokudla even yephai, so ngidlala ama-games lapha. So that's how I became a professional typist, how I could type 60 words per minute.
Really?
Because nge-break time nabayodla ngithi mina nginamali ngenda ngazuthi understand something. So there was this software, this game, like ikhipha amagama so, and then nakuphuma leli gama you must type it out, and then it scores you at the end of that session ukuthi uhlulwa bo Z or uhlulwa nge-A njani. So that's how I became a professional typist, because nge-break I didn't eat ngilana playing that game.
You know now khuluma sona like ngiya retrospect ane la ukhule khona, and then nanyalo even nangobuka to business the way you hustle ngakhona, and then namanje even noma ngawe uyatype I'll type slang type like full words, like it was someone who would like
I can relate to that.
ngathi too serious or something. I understand but no sengiya understand manje ukuthi why. So tell me this, ngifuna kwathi ukuthi now like isiphiwo bekasho kumbe the Semen twins bekasho ukuthi uqhamuka from Mjindini trust, and then ubuya la gas. So most of the time you're beautiful, and then I'll see awe ngetino tendekala ke lokshin, and then a lot of people, especially guys, they would like to take advantage to go bandolo baqhamuka to a situation kuma situation different. How did you overcome such things, people hitting on you because you are not aware about what is happening around you? So ukuthi you ufuna kufita in.
I won't lie, if I was there back in those days I was definitely hit on her.
I remember khona this guy uhlala ngale Spearville, so ayinako ke wenta le
And I'm from
tinto
Spearville as well.
so manje like vele le tinto leto ti foreign to me uyabona, and nobody set me down ngitshela ukuthi oh there'll come a time there'll be boys and yada yada yada. So hey lo mfana lo ngamthela ngemhlabathi. Ngamthela ngemhlabathi. So ngikhule njalo vele bengibaleka.
Okay.
Ngiyabaleka ungangifica phuma futhi.
No, okay. You know,
Njalo.
coming to this, are you a mother?
A mother?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I want to know, like, who was the first? Like, who was really
this
the first?
guy actually chased me for like...
He withstand the sand. I know what I'm going to withstand.
Yeah, because masangifike high school so ngamtshela ukuthi hayi mina I want to finish my matric.
Okay.
Yabona ngamshasha ngaloko ukuthi hayi mina ngifuna ke esikolweni letinto leti njani. But also considering ukuthi ngibuya kuphi ngomondlangana umntwana yabona. So then ngahamba ke ngayocedzisa bo matric in kuthi ngiphasile ngeva ngayo ukuthi hayi phasile come yabona nje. So then
the guy
the guy ukuthi can you now pursue a relationship? So I went into it.
He waited.
He was in for the long con, dog.
Yeah,
He was in for the long con.
Salute Josefa.
Yeah.
He was in for the long con.
We dated for almost 10 years.
Whoa.
We dated for almost 10 years. Yeah. Like I'm disciplined and
I think I need a drink.
and I'm laid back. And I have a learning spirit.
Yeah.
And I'm not embarrassed by not knowing. And that's what actually intimidated other people. In turn, it intimidated me. I would have been intimidated and felt out of place and yada yada yada. But with my attitude towards not knowing, they felt intimidated with how yin logo and nalento le ma cliques high school I couldn't belong, and I told them, and I will tell them the truth, because ma belong ku clique kumele ngazade. So bengibatshela ukuthi mina angina pocket money. And they would feel intimidated or even annoyed. They would say, when you think you are all that and stuff. And I'd be like, but guys, I'm being honest. And when I don't know, I would ask, what is this? You know, but at the end of the day, I understand. So, because nangifika la ngibese ngifunza eNgwane. It's the only school I attended like us. So vele nangifika beyikhona lento lo ishoko ukuthi ubuye emaplazini ngathi islima. I didn't know bo poloni, like I wondered what kind of meat is this, bo my ham poloni lemhlophe. So I didn't know a lot of things.
But it's in a bit of ngothi pylon.
I didn't even know what it's called. I did vele bengibita lo kwenyama lo yana nabo my ham lo kwenyama lo yana. And bengaphathi even tikhaftini.
So did you spend most of the time alone, or did you have friends? Because I'm thinking maybe you
was a loner.
You're like you're a reserved person. And
I was a bit of a loner, but I did have friends, and obviously it was friends who sort of come from the same background as me. Guthi kudliwa imbuya ngelusi. But labanye bengibatfole khona la elokishini. For instance, bantu lengarelate nabo vele nangifike elokishini bekunjeremiah Dwaba the late. I think wabe susebenza kubo and then kwaba nguNjabu waka Puchu wathi utse ka Puchu. So nguye umngani wami like lengafika vele kwaba mngani nabo.
Puchu the snacks guy.
Yeah. Yes.
That's Madala, not the snacks guy.
Yeah.
That's Madala.
One of his daughters like kwaba nguye nje lo ngathi.
Okay, right. We're coming back. Remember to subscribe. Remember to like, to share, and most of it all. Please, D-man, remember just to comment. This is what's the deal. Okay, right. Take us. Lapo ukala khona ukuthi okay, now I'm going for a business. I've registered my business and I'm going there.
I think maybe what was your first business? Like, because I remember back in primary school, we had these things, the high detox.
Yeah, we had entrepreneurship.
You know?
No, I didn't. I didn't do that. I only started thinking about, okay, angithi, when I was anxious about getting a job, I got a job. And I was disappointed because I was earning 1,800 rand. So it wasn't enough still, and being a second breadwinner, you know, because it was almost like that's the only source of income we have. So then lapho nasengiba disappointed ukuthi man umholo is not enough. So yabona ukuthi manje what can one do da 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 da. So ngoba I was a receptionist bengihlangana nebantu obviously coming to the office, so lenye langa ngahlangana nalomunye bhuti that had to wait, so somehow the topic yematenda yaqala. So I can say that's how I got launched into entrepreneurship. But for me it was not even about entrepreneurship, it was about additional income.
Money.
So even the time ngicala bekuyi catering nangithola leyo mali leyo yokuqala yonke vele yalungisa ekhaya azange kube kuthi
What was the paycheck?
So it was about 40,000 because it was a once off.
Man, come on, look at the reaction. Yeah, it was about 40,000.
Oh, now she's getting paid. Now she's getting paid.
But it wasn't enough considering le simo lengibuya kuso. Phela ekhaya umthangala bowudzilekile. Uyabona uyile phambi kwendlu ngathi kusemva kwayo. And then my appliances aphukile. Uyabona stove usibamkile, igedlela liphukile, boma micro oven, so kuningi lekumele ukugijimisa. That is why that 40 was like nothing because nje and already ngale 1800 bese ngicalile kwakha lo mthangala. And then waba boshed bangawakhi kahle because lo munye wabese uyanyamalala. I had to get somebody else, so azange wakheke kahle. So when I went into business vele kwakhosa ngicale phasi futhi ngemthangala ukuthi bawakhe kahle ke nyalo wakhiwe umuntu loyi-1. So and then my first biggest project bekuyi school nutrition. And I was making maybe more than 100,000 a month. I was making
For how many years? Or how many months?
It was for about 12 months.
Are you married?
A year.
No.
I marry you.
That was then.
Now it's bigger.
Yeah, and by the grace of God, I never became a victim of I blew it.
Kudos to you.
Seriously, when I watched that show,
it's very sad,
then like honestly, that's when I realized, Kutsi, I man umuntu ne grace serious. I never had this kind of goosebumps.
But you know what I think? It's because I think maybe from your perspective, it's a thing of I've worked for it.
Yeah, I've worked for it.
I've put it together. Because most of them, it's a thing of ref.
Ref,
you know,
1 million. I don't know what.
Not even a lot. Ngithole accident banginiketa imali.
Yeah, 1 million. It's done.
Yeah, so I never had those episodes. Everything beyekaya. The only mistake that I made was that I was not organized. It's okay. Lenny salary, don't touch the business money, you know. But those are lessons that I learned along the way. Yeah.
So, retrospecting, because I feel like agapenduleki.
Okay.
You understand? So I want to say siphume kahle lapho ne. The relationship at 10 years.
Okay.
The relationship at 10 years.
I wanted to ask that, okay, Sharp, since you were busy with so much business and everything, like when did you get time from Cheetah? You know, like okay, let me just ask this. Maybe let me just ask in a more direct way. When did you lose your virginity? That's what I want to know.
When it was 1996.
How old were you then?
After my
Mandela besaphumile jele ne.
Like
Sesitholene freedom.
No, it was 2 years.
1996.
You had your freedom,
yeah, 1996.
The
And
same
then-
guy.
Yeah, the
10
same
years.
guy. Yes, the 10-year guy.
Okay.
And I'm still loyal. I'm still faithful. Though it may not. Yeah. So I believe in stability.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm that kind of a person. My hairdresser, we're together 8 years. I'm like that. I love stability.
When you stick to a person, that's you.
So you guys are still together?
No. Obviously not.
So take us through. Now uba nengozi ne? Uba nengozi. And we are together relationship at 10 years. That the relationship between the three of you, the triangle.
And it was actually how, as strange as it may sound, I planned it for my baby. Because after I had gotten a bursary to go to vets at the time. So, kwathiwa kufuneka proof of admission. Took tests, Joburg, I wrote whatever. My first choice was food technology.
Okay.
and then Beckwell. And then I took my second choice, which was radiography. Because I wanted to be alone. Or like to,
What is food technology?
food technology is that I think it had to do with food and preservatives and those kind of things.
Flavors and stuff.
Yeah. So I wanted to work in a lab where there's less people. So even with radiography, I thought I'm gonna be alone, that type of a thing. So nangibuya, bangicitha labantu bathi sesinema problems ini. So kwabese-ke kuba nalokuthi okay sengidowendani manje. And then I said okay kuze ngingabi ne-pressure ukuthi like when my career picks up ngingabi ne-pressure yokuba nemntwana, I might as well make a baby now. So
Okay.
so that's how
Planned.
I planned.
Yeah, I think it's always a woman's decision to have a baby. We never get a decision, 'cause-
Planned. So manje I want a boy and kumele abe cancer, like he must be born around the same time as my birthday.
Yeah.
So now I still have those diaries if I'm not mistaken. So I was calculating backwards, which okay, really. And I was also concerned about the age gap. So I wanted him when I was 18.
Okay.
So that's like his connect relator.
Oh,
So that's what I did. Ngabala. I know God vele granted me. I'm 18 July. He was born 28 June. And then though like there was a 2-year delay, but yeah, I had him when I was 20, going 21 in 2 weeks. And then I had him. So yeah, so that's how I planned him.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting.
Please tell him, my twin, that he needs to have a baby.
Is it?
Because it's getting late. It's getting late.
Yeah,
It's
because
really, really getting late.
Let me not entertain that one.
I got a kid, man. And my kid
Yeah,
was
I
also
wanted to
planned.
ask you, then I remembered.
She was my kid was also planned, and this is why I say women do the planning and we men we just like I shall follow.
yeah, then you just look at the guy. No, I think I like the features,
Yeah.
intelligence, inyana.
Yeah.
Use whatever systems.
Relationship you have with your
you
kid.
gauge those. Yeah. So then I had him, and I'm happy with what I got. And then yeah.
How's the
that's-
relationship with you and your kid? Because I know you, and they look alike. Like seriously, they do look alike.
No, we relate very, very well. I'm very proud of the relationship, and because there's no manual to parenthood.
True.
Should your kid turn out okay?
True.
Njengam kuthi angase ngepolice station angase ngiyobitwa kuthi buto
Nangamacala,
shaziya
yeah.
Even in school.
or ushaya umntwana esikolweni
Bushayana.
no
Hey dog, she used to pick up
esikolweni no for yena bekuba my detention because bekuba kuthi
He's a
he's
boy,
disruptive hypernyana
Zalawegama uthethe some things kuye lelo kumele ngawe uyadenda yena watifihla setivela kuyo.
He's a born free, so it's like
Yeah,
I
exactly.
got
yeah,
the
so
freedom.
we relate very, very well considering Gotse the father is not actively there or
Yeah.
like in any way. Yeah, so I'm happy with how he turned out, but obviously he has his own personality. Mina,
Exactly.
I only advise, I tell him, "Magatufuna logo ngiyambuta, why do you want to do this?" For instance, he decided to drop out of varsity during his second year. So ngambuta, okay, why you funa kuyekela school? No. This umbrella study won't work. I want to study. I'll study whatever I need to know at that point in time. So I'm like, oh, okay.
But it's not wrong.
That's it.
Yeah,
That
There's
is not
nothing
wrong.
wrong.
True.
No.
There's nothing wrong.
Like I say, Gutimina, I only provide advice. I don't impose anything on him.
You're a cool mom.
Exactly. Like a
Our
super.
mothers will be like, you are the best scholar.
But usakhuluma while you're busy talking about that, guna this thing in my head, good like my brother is saying right now, good see, our mothers will be like, go to school, and then uyofunza something. Lo mntwana langa sayifuni, then we will push them. So when what advice would you give to parents that bafostela abantwana ukuthi abaye esikolweni?
No, support your kid
Yeah.
in whatever passion that they want to pursue. It's their passion. Support them. And secondly, and also like if you impose yourself, you create a rebellion. And the next thing to because kubhlungu nawe imagine ufostela went in for long ayifuni.
Shit.
So secondly, school doesn't necessarily guarantee success.
Yes.
That you need to be aware of.
Especially in this day and age.
Exactly.
employment,
So
yeah.
as long as your child can read and write and comprehend, so that's okay. Just support them.
This shows ukuthi isikolo kahle ngamagama asikwendeli imbasha ngalendlela. Uyabona ukuthi thina sendani.
He started business, I started engineering, and we're here creating
It's
a
all
podcast.
about that.
You know?
It's all about that.
passion
Putting
of
your
media.
resources,
Yeah.
putting your resources together
But
and
would
cooking
you
something.
push him into business though? Or are you planning to take him in that direction, or are you guys already in that direction?
No, I mean, if he says he wants to make money, so the question is how. So obviously, is business. So he wants to go into business. He loves poultry, but I'm still teaching him certain things because you can't go into business if you cannot master your money management, emotional management, discipline, time management. He doesn't respect time. Mara, look at you. You know, how are you gonna those kind of things. So we are still working on that, and he's adjusting bit by bit, but he's very stubborn, maybe like me, but
I wanted to say that good. Maybe he is like
we fight, but our fights are very, very constructive. For instance, when he wants money, so I want him to account for it, like why you want 5,000 rand, break it down. I'm not disputing, but what do you need the money for? Oh no, bring a quotation. Go and ask. You can't just ask for money in a vacuum.
I'm money wise. I've been through the struggle.
So those are the type of things that we argue, and I don't even like arguing. So I'll just tell you, this is how this thing is supposed to work, and then I keep quiet.
And
the more he delays, the more he suffers. Exactly.
But BRK, before you carry on, delving into that, right?
Yeah.
So from a business perspective now, have you ever worked on a project and you lost money? And if you lost money, how much did you lose?
No, you've asked the question. You've asked the question.
Guys, I'm getting emotional.
Take a sip.
You know when you part away with money.
Take a sip. Yeah, you know, this question reminds me of the story that you told me the other day.
Hey, guys, the subject of corruption, state capture.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm a victim of that thing.
Who is the suspect? That's the suspect. We shall post him live.
All that I can say for now is that I honestly feel that 9 years was wasted.
9 full years.
9 full years was wasted, and a lot of SMMEs died during that era because there was no fairness. Things were just taken and given to certain people, and therefore my opportunities were not fair, were not available for everyone, and were not available even on merit. I myself had friends who would have multiple projects and even brag about not executing. I would be laughed at for wearing boots, I'm on site. In our when done site, and I'm like, but I have a project, I need to be there, take care of it, and then end.
So I think this goes back to the thing of like corruption as a whole. Yeah? Like you find people like you yourself, Thuli. You wanna engage in business. You wanna be involved in your business. And then you find someone who doesn't even care about what's going on. And
I call them lifestyle entrepreneurs. People who just want money for the check-ins and for the clothes. Manja, some of us, we want to build a legacy. We want to build a business. We are building a brand. You want to build a reputation so that one day you have a website, you have a history, you have a profile. We are building a profile. So labanye, for instance, I don't understand how can I be called? Actually, I've been called all sorts of names. I think I'm all that. I think I have a diamond cookie and whatnot because
we never know.
I couldn't be incorruptible. So, I couldn't be corruptible. For instance, actually, for me, it's self-love. You cannot be called to a certain hotel and be told, it's okay, you're going to sell this glass for 1,000 rand. And just agree. And this was it's my letterhead. It's my company and all that. So how am I going to justify what is this glass? Does it have a nutritional content or does it wash itself? How do I justify the 1,000 rand? So as an entrepreneur, and you get involved, you call yourself an entrepreneur, you get involved in things like that. Honestly, you lack self-love, like you don't love yourself.
Like going back to the question of corruption that I wanted to get to, is like
corruption.
Hey man,
You can tell. Yeah, you can tell.
So he wants to see how he can position himself.
exactly.
I'm really not. I mean, I hate corruption, because I'm a black conscious person. Yeah, so I want to understand, like, since you're talking about corruption and what would you lifestyle entrepreneurs?
Yeah,
Yes.
lifestyle entrepreneurs.
Like, I want to understand, like, have you ever encountered? Because I understand that being a woman in business is really, really hard. So have you ever encountered a situation where someone was like, you know what, ngizovulela. I want to understand. Have you ever? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Because now contract like that, then when I come at that, yeah.
Yeah, no, I've been there multiple times. And
Like more, when you say you've been there, you've done it.
No, I haven't. I've been subjected to that kind of negotiations.
Okay.
Yes, I have been spotted and called in to come through, and then told Gutiana, Siabona Lana, you showed interest. Let's say on merit.
Yeah.
I'm interested in that project.
Yeah.
And then you get called again privately so that you are made to feel special. Gutiana, you are the preferred candidate, yada yada yada. But then you are told you are born and to say Taishiwe Lapayana. It looks beautiful. But then there are T's and C's, you must undress.
Yeah.
And all those things. Sometimes it's not
T's
even
and C's, take your clothes off.
I didn't know about that one. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, but then you are subjected to those things. But man, you're conscious there's something that will speak to you.
Yeah.
Which this thing doesn't agree with my spirit.
So would you want to tell us who it was?
No, man.
Come on. No one watches this, so we got like 25 views, dog.
You'll never know.
Even just that one person.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I can relate with some of them are ministers, deputy ministers. Some of them are not even in speaking terms with you because you refuse to do certain things, and then you get victimized, of course. Now udodla morals akho so sibone ukuthi lento yakhe.
But here you are, you're surviving.
And I'm clean.
Yeah,
I work with. I wouldn't
Your
be here
conscience is
because
clean.
bengiyobaleka ngithi hey badoze bangifake esimeni sekuthi
Yeah.
mhlawumbe kune project le kungathi bekungatholakali.
I love that about you. I really love that about you.
Tell me this. Because I know the pressure like to go my business, ne? Labanye bayakhendla like on a serious note, baphethe tinyoka tabo. Awugase ube like
So uncomfortable. And I didn't check.
You won't be on 100 subscribers right now.
100,000 subscribers right now.
Talent to best day to see the line of tutor.
Sengibona
So I just want to know, good, I feel like good that point of time, good, you know what? I know with these people, but pets in my hundreds and my 100 millions, and then feel like now I can maybe even not that one thing, but maybe need to come. Then I'll go to court and say I apologize for this. I will also feel under pressure. Good, let me just tolerate when you're on and I'm
Hey, there's no price tag to peace, guys. I can't. Like,
Okay.
I think I'm too sensitive, maybe, because there are things, man, you can't bring yourself to doing. Like, hey, aguvumi. Sometimes you for instance, you get called privately and then you are told, okay, this thing, you raise your concerns, and then how are we gonna, and then bazame kucover, but iyagudla lento, and then you go back to the ngiyolala njani, nakuthi amaphoyisa maybe kunemngane la. Batsheleni ukuthi angikho abaketi nakuwe uyayibona lento le. So it's about that ukuthi wena nembeza wakho your inner man itsini. So if wena awuna problem you can do those things, but we've had a lot of stories, but mina akuvumi and you need to walk the journey kahle. Truthfully and diligently, because it comes with a lot of lessons that prepare you for where you are going. And like imagine you are doing grade 1 to so grade 7.
Hey.
You are going to bump into certain things, maybe fail and even delay you more. Man,
Hamba nge-step.
own lane, own pace, own journey.
Okay.
Usithathe wasibeka map where you met the likes of Sylvester Stallone, you met Al Pacino, you met Richard Branson.
I did ask that question, but she said she traveled. I want to know where.
Yes.
I got travel.
Yeah, lapho. And the late Babu Maponye.
Oh yes.
Yes, and now go to you were called to wear some sort of Richard Maponye, like
Again, I ask.
and the list is endless.
Again, I ask. Can I marry you?
Let me see your financials.
Transpired.
Not even your bank balance, the financials.
Yeah, and then the relationship that you have with Botswana.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I believe that traveling makes you smarter. I don't know. I can't explain it, but honestly, when you are traveling and you become smart. So I think the furthest trip I've made was the Los Angeles one. I traveled there for business, and what I learned about them when I got there was that, but they are so confident. Even someone who sells banana, what we call hawkers or just informal vendors, they wear suits and they believe they've got the best banana. This one sells Evo. He believes he's selling the best Evo, like the nutritional breakdown and yada yada. I feel like, wow. It's like they're talking about something.
They believe in their product.
Exactly, the confidence and all that.
So being through that experience, do you think like South Africans are lazy? Because we get that a lot. South Africans are lazy.
Yeah, we take ourselves for granted.
Yeah.
And we don't understand how you project yourself, because as a person, you come with a certain aura.
Yeah.
You're wearing a certain blanket. So how you take this thing seriously is how the others will perceive you, or your market will perceive you. So if you are wearing a suit, but wow, you make yourself memorable, and you position yourself strategically, because it's all about that. I mean, how many fruit hawkers are there? But why must they choose you? Why must I buy banana from you than from him? That type of a thing. So it's something that you intentionally.
I think I get it, because there's a guy who always sells me fruit. Whatever fruit he's selling, I buy. Because it always comes up, hey boss, I put some fruit on man. I
think I saw that.
Yeah, like you saw that guy. Yeah.
I don't have money, but
I'm buying. Exactly.
So that's how you set yourself apart. So I wanted to meet other entrepreneurs and stuff like that. So that's how I got to meet Sylvester Stallone, Al Pacino, and other American stars or TV stars that I didn't know. So this was kind of how you just.
Was that all in one day, or was it like a?
I stayed there for, I think it was 7 to 8 days, something like that. Yeah, it was almost 2 weeks. But
rubbing shoulders with the big guns.
Yeah, and even the other guys, Bema TV, 99, so like
Hollywood.
Yeah,
yes,
Hollywood. I went to Hollywood.
I was on that side. So you can smell the money. Went to where Sylvester Stallone was training, whatever, all those kind of things.
And then you tell them, he tried to hit on you, but he said, no, it's Sylvester, no.
I actually
it was a jungle fever.
I actually pinched him because I couldn't believe it. Like, he put his hand on my shoulder. So I looked, and then Ngalana, his arm. So I was like...
This was the time when you were still buff. Not now.
Yeah.
No, but he's still
and I can imagine Sylvester be like smiling.
Yeah, that's what he did when I pinched him, because like we were just there about to take the photo, like it was cheese, that kind of a moment. And then I pinched him. Then that moment died, and he was like, "You're hurting me. You're
hurting me."
That kind of a thing. So then that's when I realized, it's truly him. And like,
so how do you call you, like Thuli Mashaba?
No, he didn't call me. I don't think he had to pronounce my name.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, Al Pacino is...
Oh, you met Al Pacino?
Yeah.
No, I wanted to say, like, yeah, shit, that's dope.
He was something else. He looked like he didn't take a bath.
Yeah.
Wow, you met Tony Montana.
Yes.
Wow. Even the hug, Vele, he looks sticky. This guy.
Like, no, let me give you a hug. Yeah,
And
come
he's
on,
all
man.
over. Demand. It's like he just walked out
Vegeta.
of the shower and he had to put on his suit and even the colors and.
Nah, but compliments to that guy. That guy's a great actor.
You know, so
Really,
but he
really,
was
yeah.
difficult to. It was like talking to him was like talking to Brenda Fassie. Like he was still like, I need to
I
when
don't understand that one.
you hold him in high esteem and you were like no.
And he's
like,
relaxed.
Where's my girlfriend? You know,
Yeah.
where's my wife? And you're like, you know, like I'm still talking to you. Always like you talking
he's
about
all over the
things.
place.
Do you think
Yeah.
kuti une celebrate? La nhloko yakhe, the way
No.
just
Or
to
it's his being.
We are mangala nje.
Yeah.
So
I
what
think
are you
because
guys
the guy
excited
is the
about?
guy.
Oh yeah, I understand now. I get you. Take us now, Richard Branson.
Oh, Richard Branson, I got a special invitation to
And now I've heard you talking about special invitation about the table. So now,
Thuli. Hi.
and then I flew
I'm saving money
specifically.
for a ring.
So, you know how we get laughed at for traveling to Joburg just for a 30
Hey, man,
minutes?
Joburg was a
you
thing
know?
back then.
I flew to London
Whew.
and ngangena Kenya and then connected to. Oh no! Oh yes, because I wanted to explore. Let me try another airline. So I took an African airline. I took Kenya Airways.
I remember
When they
You see those jumping guys? Did you see those jumping guys?
no, I didn't see them. Yeah, but anyway, I left South Africa, I think, on a Monday. The appointment was on Wednesday. So then specifically it was for him. And then when I got there, the airport, for the first time, I had to travel on a map. Nobody came to fetch me. So I took the trains and whatnot, went to a
explore.
hotel. Yeah, but it was a bit scary. So anyway, I got there. And there I was even wearing a new coat, brand new, guys. And guess what? He came wearing
card. Yeah. Yeah.
And barefoot.
I'm a billionaire, man. Come
Yeah,
on.
I'm a
I'm a billionaire.
And barefoot. I'm like,
This guy, I got all dressed up for you.
I will arrive at that level. Yeah, so, and it was a private thing. I met his family, his kids, the cousins. Even afterwards, the unpacking, like it was a space like this. And then now, guys, can you help me take this to the car? So I'm like, oh, hi. No.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Mm.
we buddies and
So
all that.
what was the meeting all about? Like,
What was it about?
The-
It was
the meeting up.
it was about his charity. Kanje yini le nto le?
Isn't it? I know he had a Branson Center in Bram.
It was
Branson
a charity.
Entrepreneurship.
Kanje bathini?
So it wasn't that one that was here. Okay.
It was something maybe special, like because
Yeah,
you got a, like a
Yeah,
personal
it was
special
something
invitation.
called, what do you call it?
I will remember
Why
it.
am
We'll
I?
remember
Yeah, I
it.
think
Yeah,
I-
we'll
yeah, no,
remember it.
it was about that.
You were telling us about your business. Hurikude.
Oh, like the construction side. Okay, I registered it in 2006 after my first company. Like I got into a partnership where they wanted to ambush me out of it. And then I left it, I frustrated it, and then opened this one. I'm the sole director. And then I made it as professional as possible in terms of the, what do you call it? Professional registrations, so CIDB,
Okay.
NHBRC, VAT, etc., etc. So that's my only company at the moment. However, it doesn't mean that I'm not open to partnerships, but you don't tamper with this one. I can get into a partnership, joint venture, whatever, but my company is solely mine.
I've seen you building schools. Yeah, I've seen you building schools. So, right, take us through Guti, COVID-19, it affecting Gaganan.
Besides COVID, I mean, corruption was another pandemic. It still is. So I was not doing much when COVID kicked in. because like I was dealing with the effects of corruption
Yeah,
and refusing to bribe and to certain nasty T's and C's. So that's how you would lose opportunities, so to speak. So that's what I've been through. But what is important as an entrepreneur is to learn to evolve and actually tenders. There's nothing wrong with tenders. They are good for business. It's a nice income generating mechanism. However, it's not proper entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Even when you get into tenders and you get into the databases of your clients and whatever, you need to have the bigger vision. Where are you going as an entrepreneur? You realize the frustrations of construction. How can you be independent of tenders?
Okay.
You know, and then you build yourself up just like that in terms of not relying on tenders.
You talking about evolving. There's Cannabis. Vile Gubo Metro and then Radio Metro, like ukhuluma ngayo Cannabis, and I've seen you like busy ngayo vele. Take us through that. Kuthi iqala njani, ungene njani, what is happening? Phela abantu abaningi they love izone.
The first joint.
Cannabis is bigger than that actually.
Yeah.
And for me, it was almost like a calling because
Really?
honestly,
Wait.
it was very divine.
With that said, have you ever smoked a joint before?
Yes, I have.
Oh, okay.
Plain, actually.
Plain.
I love it plain. I love the smell of it. I love the taste of it.
I say.
I love everything that has to
Again,
do
I
with
say.
that plant.
Will I marry you?
Again, I say, marry me. Again, I say.
So so I love it, and then when your spirit will speak to the universe.
Yeah.
And you will you will attract like-minded people. So I bumped into Dr. Tandega, a very dynamic woman.
Yeah.
I think she's the only black woman who has a commercial cannabis license in the world.
Really?
Yeah.
I think we need to
The
get her.
only black.
I need
They're
to,
highly intelligent. She's passionate about
Tandega.
Dr. Tandega.
What up?
Where's she located?
What up?
Where's she located?
She's all over. She travels to taste the different strains of
Strains
cannabis.
of weed.
Yes.
Man, I think you can be a PA.
Man.
This guy would die, bro.
She travels. That's how passionate to her. Cannabis is also like a calling.
Yeah, to me, I love weed. You know, and it's not because of
First of all,
weed.
It
watching the
smells.
show,
It
right?
smells
Oh,
good.
I know that. They know I smoke cannabis as
Man,
well.
come on. Take a shoe. Ungena
Yeah, so
njani?
now I want this thing. So it's illegal in the country, and then I bump into Dr. Tandega. We connect, and I'm like, no man, I want this thing. Da 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 da. And then being exposed to her, and then I learned a lot. She took me through, and I started applying for the research and development permit, in the country.
Okay.
And can you believe that those forms are there online, but you cannot find them?
Really?
I'm telling you, that thing is hidden.
How
It
long is the
online.
process?
It took me 3 years, and I was the
Really?
first. Yeah, I was the first in the province, and probably in the top 5 in
the country.
nationally. To get that R&D. So when Dr. Tandeka took me through the process of the application, I was like, these papers, this form, I'm just gonna chill there. I traveled, I went to Midrand, we met at this hotel. I ended up asking for tequila shots because I felt like my head was, I ended up taking notes. I'm telling you, because
The way
the way that form is so deep and intense, like it looks like a few pages. So you're thinking item number 1, what's your name, your address, and that's the only thing that you can fill in. The rest of the document must be filled in by a registered pharmacist.
Professional, yeah.
So that's what I experienced with Dr. Tandega. I met her, and then I asked her to help me travel to her in Joburg. We worked on the form, which almost exploded my brain. It's so complicated. I had stopped drinking, but I asked for tequila just to
To mellow down.
I'm telling you, it
brain
was
is
too
on
much.
fire.
It was too much. And she's fast. Pella, she's a doctor academically, so
Yeah.
she's highly educated.
So they speak the way they write.
I'm telling you.
I understand.
So yes, and then eventually when it was legalized, and then it got I got the approval, so I got the document. However, it's not as easy. The application on its own is a tedious exercise on its own, and then now making money out of it is another
challenge.
Okay.
It's another challenge now, and it's a process. This thing is so broad, but I'm interested in the medicinal element of it. I want to extract oil, and like for instance, as I was saying earlier, that that bottle of medicinal oil
Not
does so
anointing
much.
oil.
Like it purges your system. It fixes whatever that is not right. You feel it relax. It's a distressor, and but you must be indoors when you take it. You take 3 drops, for instance.
Or why we should?
I mean,
Do you
all of
have
us-
it now?
Yeah.
So we can try it.
No, I wanted to ask, like, why do you need to be indoors? Like, you get.
Maybe
No,
a
because you
cool,
don't know
like-
how it's gonna treat you.
No,
It
we
doesn't
can try
treat
it.
us.
Where is it? Let's
Where is
try
it?
Do
it.
you have it
It
now so we
doesn't-
can try it?
Give it to PRK.
Let's make him our guinea pig.
Yeah.
No, elaborate.
Elaborate.
The thing
No, but
about
then
me is that
it
I'm
won't
not
kick
easily
in.
consumed by such things.
No, it won't even kick in now. By the time it kicks in, he would have forgotten. Good, by the way, I took these particular drops. So that is why, like,
Driving
it's
to Lomati.
so it may take hours. It won't treat us the same. We can all take the same amount of drops, but it won't react the same way. But it's nicer. It's better than going outside with the admin.
madoda,
So now
embonile
you just
inhlupheko
cut it
This
out.
guy was complaining about his hand. He's like, dog, you need
Yeah,
to start
stand
rolling
attack,
now.
yeah.
Close my hands.
No,
You
yeah,
could swear
exactly.
ukuthi ngathi kuvela lenye
I was
ligalo ngala
complaining about that like a few days ago because we smoke. We
Hey,
smoke a
you
joint.
smoke weed.
Yeah, I mean you can
We smoke a joint.
you can
We
keep
smoke a joint.
you can keep your drops in a 10 millimil
Yeah.
container.
Like
Ibela, and then you go to the bathroom.
in my mouth.
You come back.
These
Yeah,
guys. But I feel like smoking it is the best way.
it's fine.
Smoking is the best. Because for me,
Go
it's
ahead.
not a thing about okay, some fight the keys.
No, but remember the oil. The oil is more medicinal. It's gonna
yeah.
purge
The
your system.
TH level is high.
Yes.
The THC level is higher.
It's gonna purge your system. It's gonna fix whatever that is not right. You're
it
gonna
this-
relax. You distress, and yes.
Is it the same oil that, because I know that people will have Parkinson's. It's by, like fits.
Yeah, no, it does a whole lot of
Yeah,
things.
yeah,
The
okay,
reason I'm
yeah.
actually choosing purging is like your computer. I mean, when you
Yeah.
you
No, I
know, like
understand.
it cleans the whole system. It finds whatever that is not right, and it just
purging.
fixes
So
it.
I remember there's this guy that he says ngifuthe ngensawo.
Oh.
Dumb
Like a
fuck.
malungu.
Akuthi maphengweni
That
ndawo.
dumb fuck.
Ngiyamtshela,
Malume.
akuthi maphengweni ndawo.
Like a malungu.
Kahle kahle i-cannabis idila ngani, like serious? Are you selling or what is it that you're
it's very broad.
certificates akho sokuthengisa or what?
No. It's not like that. I'm not. It's still illegal to trade like you're trading bread like
Yeah,
at a spice
yeah.
shop. No, I'm not allowed to do that. Also, the other elements of the permit is just to legally have a certain amount in your possession. For instance, mine says 500 kg. I can have that in my.
So do you have 500 kgs with you right now?
No, not yet.
At home?
And then no. But I want to do it for medicinal purposes. Yeah.
Because I
So
know that
I want to extract oil.
it's also good for
Arthritis, a whole lot of
asthma.
things.
A lot of things, a lot of things,
bro.
bro. Like a lot of
Gout,
things.
asthma,
Nembilang.
Parkinson's
So
disease, and
would you say that the reason why weed hasn't been legalized, I feel like it's because of tax purposes. Because it can't be taxed.
But it is legalized, man.
Now it's legalized, but then
But
even
it can,
upon
can't
it's not.
it be taxed? It can be taxed, but I believe.
But it
what-
grows anyway. It grows anyway. We have Swaziland. It's the biggest. The biggest
But it's
supplier
still illegal
of
there,
weed.
and
It's
we
still
are
illegal.
illegal.
And we buy it.
But
from
even
them,
like
hey.
it's normal illegal, but we have restrictions.
It's not,
Yeah.
yes.
So I feel like the reason
it's
maybe
still
why
controlled.
it's illegal, because I know weed as when I first had my first joint, I was like shit. I was really like fucked up that day. But in the
it's
morning I was
about
like, hey,
what
man.
you need it for.
Hey,
Yeah.
man.
There are different categories. For instance, there's recreational, which is
Yeah.
what you're talking about, and then there's medicinal.
Because for me it makes me creative.
Okay.
It really makes me creative.
Yeah, I know. I can attest.
You know.
Yeah, I can attest.
Yeah.
But like I want to understand like why is
Ask
it
a lot of
illegal?
questions today, my friend.
No, I got happy But there's two things. You know what? First of all, because she's been waiting
And he's
for
been-
her.
I've been waiting for
She's
her.
been
like,
waiting
hey,
for her, like
for real.
for real.
I told these guys like, man, shit, man.
And
Thuli Mashaba.
Automatically, I wanted to be there, but he said no. Go that side because
Yeah.
that's your seat. You understand?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Automatically, that's why I'm not asking many questions because
Because I said like,
he's the one that has
He's
been.
interviewing you,
shit,
basically.
man. Thuli Mashaba. You know
You
that
know,
woman.
and then-
Shame, man. That's how.
What happened to the dreadlocks? Just getting back to you. Like, what happened to
It's
the dreadlocks?
about evolving. You,
No, because like, every time I used to see with the dreadlocks, I was like, whew. God, why didn't you like, give me birth to me like earlier? You know?
what do you mean?
Hey.
But like it's about evolving, Jay, as a
Yeah.
human being. I've had them for way too long. I think when I cut them, actually I think my anniversary is this month on the 26th of Feb.
Yeah.
I cut them last year on the 26th of February.
Because I remember,
And he knows. He knows. Like he's in here stalker.
No, don't worry, man. I just admire beauty. You know, she's really beautiful, you know? And she's smart. So
Thank
hey,
you.
And I'm sure your
Kudos.
girlfriend will be watching.
Yes,
she knows.
She knows.
She knows her place.
She knows her piece.
Her place in
Okay.
his heart.
Okay.
Nah, she knows.
I
You got a
understand.
special place, you know. And then there's Thuli Mashaba on top, you know. It's like Eminem and rap. You, know? You can't mistake the two.
So, Sis Thuli, before we wrap up, take us through Gule journey. What is it that we can expect from you as a brand? As a brand. And you didn't answer me. The relationship you have with Botswana. Answer that, then take us through to what is it that we can expect from you?
No,
in the future?
my relationship with Botswana, I'm a prophetic person. So like it's also a divine something. Then I found myself there. And when I got there, I built relationships. It's about expanding as an entrepreneur. I mean, you can't be okay in one place. You know, as much as you may think South Africa is big, but depending on your vision, South Africa may not be big enough for you. So it's just like the same relationship I have with Kenya. Like, I mean, there's a lot that you can do. So it was nice for me to explore other countries, and I still intend to do more, especially in Africa. I would love to go to Ghana and then build relationships. It's all about building relationships and exchanging information, connecting the dots and creating value and adding value, that type of a thing. So in Botswana, there's nothing really special. But however, I have spotted a lot of opportunities. They don't have, for instance, a tannery. Like, they have a very, very good cattle population, if there is such. However, there's no leather factory.
Okay.
So that doesn't make sense. And even at the border, there's nobody selling any leather, something. leather belt, you know, yet their meat is the best. So what are they doing with the skin, with the cow skin there and stuff like that?
No, I understand.
So like they don't have the entrepreneurial
In Kenya.
in
In Botswana.
Botswana.
And I would
and
like you
this is why-
to go to Morocco and Algeria.
I would love
Yeah,
to go
those guys, I'm sure they're gonna treat you
COVID
well. I'm
messed
gonna
us
give you
up.
some
You know
context.
why
there.
I found this interesting? Because I remember, I think in 2016, I had a friend. This guy used to transport.
He died?
No, he didn't die, but nah,
the
he
relationship.
he heard my baby mama. So I was like, you know what, guy, me and you, it's done. So this guy used to take like leather from Botswana, like
Okay.
a leather skin,
Yeah.
and bring it to a place called Kondebele in Cebu.
Okay, yeah,
And they'll make sandals, you know,
Yes.
and only to find out my usual buy for it's really, really cheap in Botswana. I'm like, why?
Exactly.
Like, how is that possible? And now, as you saying that, they don't have any
Oh,
leather.
Yeah, they are big on beef.
On beef,
but you don't
but
understand
leather.
why when you are at the border
Yeah.
post, there's no one selling.
Yeah.
They are not
stuff like that.
entrepreneurial in
Yeah.
Botswana.
No,
You won't
yeah.
even find maskopas at the border post, unlike maybe Bo Oshu.
Oshuku, yeah.
You know, like, so there's no, they don't have an entrepreneurial bone in Botswana. So, that's what I wanted to take advantage of. And another thing, I do mining supplies. They don't have suppliers like that in Botswana.
Mining supplies.
Mining supplies.
Wow.
Like I do here.
Like I said,
Country.
traveling, it opens the eyes. Bathini ngesiswati bathi khamba kubona yini
Gohamba kubona.
hamba kubona
Gohamba kubona. Yeah.
Yeah,
you said you Tonga.
you
Yeah.
the
Okay.
most
Yeah.
Swati guys.
Expect her in the near future.
Oh, expect what yo. Guys, now I must reveal my
OnlyFans
secrets
account.
and then jalo nje niyaloya. Sivele mkhulume.
No,
No. I understand. But
Yeah,
just
so-
tell what is
Yeah,
it that we
I-
can
I-
expect?
I-
Like you were talking so much about evolving.
Yeah, I expect to grow a lot. I'm not gonna. I don't intend as much as construction has been passive for me.
Okay.
I'm still developing formulas on how I can set myself apart and thrive irrespective of government support whatsoever. And then also the reason I named my company Projects, because I know that I'm gonna be
expand,
versatile. Yes, so
expand.
I'm gonna add the cannabis wing. I already have multiple partners even there. So
Make me the
even-
face of
So,
cannabis.
so you have like a group that feeds into.
Yes,
Yeah.
I have strategic partnerships for each and every industry that I'm interested in,
Oh, okay.
in coal, petroleum, and so actually I would love to be something like
Okay.
Bidvest, you know.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
and
understand.
have
Jewish.
things and that. Yeah,
Black
because,
Jew.
yeah, something like that,
Nah.
and
But
have
I-
subsidiary companies.
I feel like it's really important as us as black people.
Yeah, I mean,
to
if
do
COVID
this.
hasn't shown you
Yeah.
that one source of income
It's not enough.
Yeah,
is
it's
not enough,
dangerous.
then
Yeah.
I don't know.
You need, you need a slap.
One
You need a
last
slap
question
in-
before we wrap up. You
Not
had a
one last
sister.
question.
I had a sister.
You had a sister, Zandile,
Okay.
and then he passed on.
She passed.
I'm sorry, she passed on. Yes, she passed on. And
It's the wine.
take
Which one?
Every episode.
take us through that. Guk affecting Gaganan, because I remember you had you have a foundation. You understand, Zandile. So I was telling you Google Gaganan, and the reason of you overlay that foundation. That's my last question. Then
Okay.
I'll leave it to the one.
Simon's one.
Yeah, the crusher.
One. Simon's one.
Yeah, so
The
yes, my sister passed away in 2016.
Are you alone, dog? Are you
Guys,
alone?
listen to the story.
Yes, my sister passed away in 2016. It devastated me. She was only 32 and very smart. So what I picked up from her death, excuse me.
No, we're free here, unscripted.
What I picked up,
COVID.
what
Mask.
I,
we can-
oh, Fabi, eat for
Hey,
me.
mask. Terkei.
Yeah?
Where's your mask?
The social distancing. yeah.
Exactly.
So what I picked up from her passing, what her passing taught me was that how her being got wasted. She was intelligent, strong, hardworking, and all that, but there's no proper guidance in Barberton.
In Barberton,
In
yeah.
Barberton,
yeah,
which
yeah.
is why I'm actually passionate about business coaching. So thanks for bringing that up. So now I opened the Zandile Zulu Foundation because what I realized also after her burial, and then there was the so-called after
tears, yeah.
So observing what was happening.
Yeah, the
there,
Barberton youth.
This is a whole lot of potential and stuff like that. So we need to preserve
Mold.
and guide and nurture, that type of a thing. So the foundation seeks to do that, and that's another thing that you can expect from me. Like I said, COVID messed up a lot. So yeah, I would love to coach and formalize entrepreneurs in Barberton.
Follow-up question.
Like
Follow-up question.
I know Zandile, you know,
Yeah.
because I used to
you
say,
know personally?
personally,
Yeah,
man,
no.
we used to stay in the same neighborhood, Epoli.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
now
okay.
follow
Follow-up
around the
question.
corner, you know. So
How much?
no, she's a MILF. She's a MILF. So
Yeah. So the follow-up question. Follow-up question. What have you done for Barberton so far? Maybe in your organization as Andile, but your own. Giving back.
I think last year, April, I registered a foundation online. I still want to push the business coaching for those who are interested, no matter how informal they are, like your hairdressers, you know, just assist them in formalizing themselves so that they don't take themselves for granted because I'm just informal, that type of a thing. And then I've done food parcels, so to speak. Yeah, my mom knows the Barberton like the back of her hand. So whenever I have some extra cash, instead of throwing a party, like I would buy food parcels for different families.
I remember you did some Ekuqatuze in primary school.
The sanitary pads and stuff like that. Yeah, so that's
business
what I want to
coaching.
do. Yeah.
no, I feel like I'm sorry.
I feel like a lot of things.
I
tonight.
feel like
Yeah, you feel like a lot of things. And we need to
Yeah,
wrap.
but before
it's
you
a-
ask that, can I ask
it's a
something
cannabis.
quickly? How does one sign up for the coaching?
Firstly, we need to explain to people what coaching means.
We're wrapping
Because
up.
people approach me and say, would you please coach me? And then I say, okay, it's fine. And then they expect me to go after them to say, yeah, Napela, no. Coaching is the other way around. You spotted me.
Yeah.
And then you must be the one who bothers me. Hey, I'm
I want
here,
you to be my coach.
And ngishota ngaloku naloku, this is where I'm stuck. Yes.
I want you to be my
that's how
coach.
you approach me. But you must add value as well, because you are taking my intellectual
Time.
property.
This guy.
You are taking my resources, my time, and all that. I don't mind, but I add value as well. You don't. It's not about money. You can tell me, Gucci, I don't know, Unani, you can do something for me. But yeah, that type of stuff. Because
But-
other people think, yeah, no, I don't have 1,000 rand to pay you. It's not about that. Offer.
You know,
Yeah.
like when you spoke about Barberton as like formalizing themselves and so on. And now I'm being serious. You know, I feel
Were you joking all along?
person.
no.
I wanted to ask the same question. Were you joking all along?
They busy like saying, yeah, she's a Christ. That's why you're talking like this.
No, who said that?
Now,
Speak your mind, my friend.
let me speak my mind. Thank you, my twin.
Thank you. Number two.
So, but like speaking like into Barberton, I feel I mean, personally, I feel like we need to build a structure of support first, because one thing I've realized about Barberton, there's a lot of people doing great things out here in Barberton. A lot of people doing great things.
809.
Shout out to 809 as well. He's putting himself on the map. But like I've realized there's a lot of people doing a lot of great things out here. Even like you as
There's
Thuli.
a lot of brain here.
Exactly. Even like you as Thuli. I know you from a personal perspective. Like, oh no, man, Makotwa. You know, like I know her. You know, but like when I remember, because you disappeared from Barberton for like a while, and then like you came back. I was like, okay, you know what? Hey man, she's doing a lot of great things, but like no one's capturing that thing in Barberton. Like, you know what? Hey man, shout out to this woman. She's doing so much and so much and so much. You know, I feel like as Barberton as a town, we first need to establish like a firm structure of support. Then from there on we can grow into like bigger things, because there's so many people in Barberton who are doing great things.
That's what
But
I would love to establish. But
Yeah.
the thing is, everything requires money.
it's not even about money, you know. It's about me saying, hey, shout out to Thuli Mashaba, man. Hey, the tabs she constructed in, let's say for instance, Engwane. Hey, they proper, they work nice, it's clean, recognition. You understand?
recognition.
So I feel like in Barberton we have this thing of sithenga face as tenga product. You know, and I think maybe that's
I hear you.
that's the biggest setback in Barberton. You know, and I'm speaking from the heart right now. Come on, this
This
the
is
biggest-
something
this
that
is-
he always
I
says.
can see you are even getting teary.
Yeah,
Don't
man.
cry.
No, it's really
Very-
it's really hurty because like I always preach to these guys like because they always complain. Guys said we're not getting any views. I'm like, guys, you know what? Let's push. You know, power is not a milestone.
Consistency.
I'm wrapping this thing up.
Yeah,
But seriously,
it's consistency.
let's push. Let's keep on pushing. Because of these guys. You know, but like, honestly speaking, like every time we always complain about these things, like man, guys, we're not getting any views.
Yeah, for instance, like the idols guy, even Bonabo PRK, Clash of the Choirs,
They didn't get any recognition.
I'm
sorry.
Welcome to Babaton.
Exactly, like we tell you, man.
But
Shout
Brendan
out,
and stuff.
shout out.
Brendan, exactly.
Exactly. And one of
Those things.
Brandon Lulu is a perfect example. This kid posted 2 videos, you know, and our narrative of Barberton only saw one,
Yes.
and we shut him down completely.
No, but I retweeted his stuff.
For what?
No.
You retweeted his stuff, but I'm just saying, like
Babaton,
majority
like,
of Barberton
even went as far as threatening
down.
a family. I can
Yeah, like
understand.
shutting him
Yes,
down.
I'm telling you the truth.
You know, and this is what I'm talking about,
For
man.
what
Like,
now?
Good, yeah.
because
for what?
you celebrating Inhlazachi without us. And there were 2 videos.
There were-
the episodes.
No, there were 2 videos, you know, and I feel like Barberton as a whole.
If you want to know about
No,
this
it's a
story,
culture that we
please
need
go
to change.
back.
yeah,
go
exactly, it's a culture that we need to change.
Kicking it. You'll find it. You'll
If
find
we,
the story.
if we change that culture as Barberton, I feel like Barberton has the most biggest potential in Mpumalanga, in Nelspruit, in Bombay.
My friend, thank you so much. We will bury you in Ligazi.
Okay, right now, like we said, please share and comment and please like. Make sure that you do subscribe. This is What's the Deal, our second episode with Miss Thuli Mashaba. Thank you very much for honoring us and gracing us with your beauty.
Thank you for the invitation. I appreciate it. I'm humbled. I count myself blessed.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Make sure.
Any followings? People,
On Facebook and LinkedIn, I'm Thuli Mashaba. On Twitter, I'm Thuli_Mashaba. On Instagram, I'm Thuli.Mashaba.
Okay, so you
And my
people
website is thuli-mashaba.com.
Okay, for the business coaching, how do they get a hold of you?
Yeah, they can contact me through my social
media.
media. Yeah,
Okay.
please, even if you don't greet, but get to the point. Don't say hi. Keep quiet.
How are you doing?
Just greet and say, this is what, please.
HUD.
I'm not
Okay,
gonna
make
take
sure
you
our
seriously.
social media is What's the Deal _ZA. This is PRK signing out. Peace.
The Simons twins signing out as well. What's the deal?